upload more sound bites. Oh, well, what can you do? Folks, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. I know that it is your favorite biblical news show of the week. Okay, there's the Christian Post. They got nothing on us. There's several other ones I'm sure out there that cover news. They got nothing on your boys, Alex and Jeremiah. Welcome. Alex, my co-host. How are you doing this evening?
I am doing absolutely fantastic. I'm going on vacation. Tomorrow's my last day of work before then, so I'm already there. Like I already have beer in the fridge and I'm not even, not even taking that with me yet, but
So tomorrow at work, you're basically just gonna be there in your body's gonna be there, but your spirit is already gone. It's like
yeah, I might even bring my manager some of the beer and be like, I won't tell if you don't tell.
No, it's Friday, it's vacation time. Yeah, no, I hear that.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah, man, we're here. I don't know what the weather's like where you are, but I'm praying to Lord Jesus, the Lord baby Jesus, that the weather stays warm, dude, because we'll get a 70-degree day and then we'll get a 35-degree day. And your boy's trying to do some yard work, okay? And he needs the weather to be good because it keeps killing his grass seed. It's just,
it's rough.
Me, dude.
He
thought the war in Iran was rough. Okay, it's planting grass in Ohio is just a pain.
I start off in the morning. I go to work pretty early, and I start off in the morning with a sweatshirt. And about around noon, I'm usually sweating too much, and I take it off. That's how it's been going.
That's the creatine, I hear. No, you know what? I took a page out of your book. All right. So for those of you out there, we don't give health advice, but I must say creatine has been an amazing supplement to add to my day. It can be an amazing supplement for you too. Ohio Patriot, welcome. Folks, if we get enough people in the chat tonight, so hit that like button, share the show, we might open up the phones. We might let y'all call in tonight and give your opinions on the stories that we're talking about and give you some time there. So we'll see how that goes. Are you feeling frisky tonight, Alex? If we get enough people?
I would love a hater to call in, but we will accept friendlies too.
We will accept all. All are welcome here. We are just like basically a progressive church. All are welcome. Speaking of church, actually, Alex, where's the mainstream? I'm not sure I understand the question.
What's the matter? I know him. How you doing, brother? Nice to see you. It's been a little bit. Right, you're pretty much at the spot. We've been kind of out of the algorithm a little bit, so numbers have been a little low. But you're here. You're at the right spot, brother.
Whoever stream you're watching from, that is the correct stream. Like I said, hit that like button so we can get people in the chat because we will open up the phones if we get enough people. Speaking of church, Alex, I don't know if you saw this, but it's always hilarious to me when, you're big Eva, right? Big evangelical churches, they're always doing something funky and stupid. Did you see this guy claiming that money materialized in the rafters of his church?
Well, no, but I am stretched a little bit because of this vacation I'm going on, so I might need to stop by.
You might need to attend this man's church because he's got money coming from the dang rafters. I have to show you this video. This is a bit ridiculous, but hey, it is what it is.
Jeremiah is a StreamYard noob.
Did you
go ahead
put
and
it
restart it? Yeah, I did it.
I'm still the creatine hasn't restructured my memory yet. We're working on it. I've only been on it a week.
It'll get
January 1st, God performed a sign in the service to prove that the word was real. And then the people try to say we took a ladder and went up there and put $1.
Little too many details there. I think that's exactly what.
There's money.
Let's see.
Moments later.
There's money. Miracle money just appeared out of nowhere again. This is the year of sign. Yo! You need a lift.
You need a lift to get there.
You need a
My
lift.
ladder
He's
can't
telling you
even
how
reach
he did
that
it.
high.
Was it there before?
I used a lift.
God is ready to show you who he is. He is ready. Are you willing to give him permission to be your father?
Oh, brother.
Wow. I mean, look, if you're an atheist and this is the representation of Christianity that you get, I understand. I get it.
Yes, over $1. Do you get it? I don't get it. Explain it to me like I'm 5.
You're just a hater, Ohio Patriot. All right, that's a miracle dollar. Show some
Miracle
respect
dollar.
to the Lord.
That was a miracle dollar, and he wants you to donate all of your miracle dollars to his church because he needs a private jet.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be in commercial airlines with the demons, right?
No. Too many demons there. Already boots on the ground, Israeli boots. Hey, man, we're going to get to that. We are going to get to the war. You hold tight there. Yes.
Must be a synagogue. Oh, man.
We are the best. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Wasila.
Must be a synagogue. Yeah, nice. Hey, yeah, dude. So, I mean, there's. I'm
listen,
shocked.
I think in the synagogue they would have went crazier for that.
Oh, for sure. That was too light. That was too light for the synagogue.
We are giving out shout outs, but not for that name, brother.
Yeah, no, you got to change your handle. You want to shout out on this channel, brother. Hit that thumbs up, though. If you're here watching, there's ADU watching. Hit that thumbs up. Like I said, if we get enough people in the chat tonight, we will open up the phone lines and get your opinions on the stories tonight. So I had to. So yes, of course, I had to open it up with the church since we were talking about the church, and that guy is ridiculous. Now, what is one of our favorite things to do here on this stream, Alex?
What is one of our favorite things to do here on this stream? Make fun of people in the chat.
That is one of the things. But what else do we like to point out to folks? Who else do we like to make fun of, Alex?
China.
China. No.
White liberals, of course.
Yes, white liberal woman specifically.
We have basically a white liberal woman in this video, and what she says is actually what he says, and that this is wild stuff.
My dad is white,
You said woman.
and I can't do anything about that.
Well, this guy's basically a white woman.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do.
Sorry, I'm gonna fucking cry because
I can't do anything about that.
I hate that you had to go through that.
Thank you.
As somebody of white experience,
Thank you.
I know how bad it can be.
Thank you. But my mom is
This is a
full
bit,
on
right?
vision. Like full.
Thank you. That's beautiful.
So
When my dad died, I cheered because I said that's one less white man.
yeah.
That's how progressive I am.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I like talk about
That has to be a bit, right? It's got to be a
Yeah,
bit.
we're being trolled, bro.
That has to be a bit.
There's that guy who he's on Instagram. I forget his name, but he dresses up like puts the cow ring in and the blue hair, and he trolls everybody. Although he's a little too good at it, a little too flamboyant. You know what I mean?
I gotcha. I hear you.
But I mean, this is one of those moments for sure. It has to.
It has to be. It just doesn't make any sense. Well,
Hey,
honestly,
Sorry.
Of all the real things that we've seen from white liberals across America, I mean, the video we played last week of the woman pretending to be a horse, getting trained by a horse trainer, like, I mean, you really put it past them.
No, you're right. Silly me.
Silly you, Alex. That could definitely be real. It should be a skit. It would be much better if we lived in America, in America where that was a skit. I mean, I think it'd be a much better place. We can all laugh at ourselves, make fun of. We all make fun of liberals. It just, I don't know. But I do have another 8-second clip here of
Arch, if you
another.
stay to the end, you want to call in and defend this claim. I got you,
Yes.
dog.
Like I said, we're opening up the phone lines later. We get enough people in the chat. Make sure you hit that thumbs up so more people can see it. Get more people in here. We will invite haters and friends. Everybody is welcome once we open up those phone lines. The average social justice warrior.
Oh, I seen that. Yeah.
I mean, that's basically
These are the people that stand at India Point Bridge on my way home from work every day holding up arrest Donald Trump signs. They look exactly like they might even be wearing the same outfit, to be honest. I actually saw I was driving home today and on my right I see a white SUV and the back window rolls down and a little kid, I mean probably a teenager, but sticks his hand out the window and flips off the people on the bridge.
Oh,
Like,
nice.
and the mom is in the front seat laughing. All right, we got some friendlies over here.
Uh-oh, the vertical stream just froze. Uh-oh.
I'll check it out for you.
Check it out while I get this other clip pulled up here. We don't need streams freezing.
So good on my end, Ohio. Might need to refresh. Oh, it's back. Okay, so it froze for a second.
Okay.
That's unfortunate.
YouTube's already trying to kick us off and we just got here. Unbelievable.
I blame what's the matter for the must be a synagogue comment.
Probably. You can't trash Israel in here, dude. You know the Big Brother's watching.
What's up, Leia?
Wait for it. What kind of sale you got there, lady?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay. All right.
Jeez.
Oh, man.
I thought that was a different kind of store than a clothing store there for just a hot second. I was like, whoa, where's that legal at? That's
It's not coming up in StreamYard, but Leia is here. She says maybe that's it. Maybe talking about the white liberal woman or man, whatever that was. Maybe they just have done too much for too long, and now they have to make satire of themselves and meme themselves before we can. Wishful thinking from our friend Leia Bobea.
That's a great theory, though. I like that. I like that because it's really, I mean, they would be smart to adopt that strategy, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Alex, speaking of the news, all right, now that we got to get into the heavy stuff, it's been quite a whirlwind, Alex, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Okay. We're both conservatives here, rightfully so, because we're Christians. And if you are a Christian, you should be a conservative. That only makes sense.
Fair.
But today, Alex, I paid almost $4 a gallon for gasoline. I am not a fan of what's happening. So I don't know what to think, brother. What is your opinion of what's going on with this war and how it is affecting your wallet?
I don't think we have enough, unfortunately, information. There's just too much we don't know. So it's a lot of speculation. As far as the most recent events, I do applaud Trump for being a master at negotiating. However, I think he's so good at negotiating that he leaves his morals behind him sometimes, maybe too much, and maybe takes things overboard, and doesn't necessarily think everything through. But I mean, it's not like we haven't seen this type of negotiation from Trump before. We just haven't necessarily seen it in a conflict this deep, because we haven't been in a conflict this deep with Trump before, right?
No. We a lot of people actually voted for Trump, hoping not to get into a conflict this deep. So the people in the middle, the people who hardly ever vote but voted in this election, are very disappointed in what is happening here. Now, there's been a lot of theories going on about why this is happening, and we're going to get into it because a lot of it is some pretty crazy stuff. I do have a video I'm going to play for us that ties all kinds of strings together. I don't know how true it is. It looks like it might be a video that AI made up, but it's plausible. Like you're watching this video and you're like, this would be crazy, and it sounds like it could be correct. But I do have to. The reason I bring this up because we had a ceasefire, and then Israel bombs Lebanon, and Iran is claiming that Lebanon was part of the ceasefire deal. But then the White House came out and said that Lebanon was never part of the ceasefire deal. So
this is what I'm talking about with the speculation and not enough information. I mean,
right.
It's just, yeah.
Right. So we have, the AP, appeared to be hanging by a thread Wednesday after the Islamic Republic closed the Strait of Hormuz again. However, I do have another article pulled up. White House disputes.
What did you call that, Moose? Sorry.
Hormuz? What? But here, the White House is disputing Iranians' claims of the closure, discusses the 2 weeks ceasefire. So is it closed? Is it not closed? Who's closing it? Why are they closing it? Right? The fresh violence threatens to scuttle what U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance called a fragile deal. And J.D. Vance is actually going to be leading the negotiations, from what I hear, over in Pakistan. Parliament Speaker accuses U.S. of breaking Iran's conditions. The Iranian Parliament, who I'm surprised he's still alive. I mean, most of their leadership is dead. So who's this guy speaking? Like, he's got to be afraid for his life.
It's like sheriffs in Mexico, in Tijuana.
Right. Yeah. Who wants that job? Not anybody. Not anybody. But Mohammed Bagar Kalabaf, I'm sure I butchered your name. I don't care. You probably don't deserve me to say it correctly. But that guy, I mean, he's probably got a target on his back. As he should. Oh, the AP with all these pop-ups. You figure you get a resource, you'd stop getting pop-ups. But President Donald Trump said the truce did not cover Lebanon when the deal was announced. So, killed 182 people. There's a lot of Hezbollah. So is the woke right is claiming that.
Wow, you're using that term now? It's stuck, huh? Okay.
I don't even like that term. It's just how
I just don't like Lindsey Graham.
No, I don't know. I can't stand Lindsey Graham, but Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens and that crew, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
They are saying that we did have a ceasefire and Israel dragged us out of the ceasefire, and Israel is, which doesn't make any sense to me. That Israel would shoot
obviously
themselves.
They have definitely don't like Israel, right? They have a bias there.
Correct. And according to Right Path, Iran already won the war, even though all their leadership is dead. They won. Too smart for Trump, I guess.
See, what I don't understand is people like Right Path who are like, Iran, we underestimated Iran. Iran won, and yet they're like, oh no, Trump said he's going to end them all. Can he do it or can he not? Like, is he capable? If you don't think Trump is capable of just completely decimating Iran, you are out of your mind. America would win that in a heartbeat. Now, we don't want that to happen. It's not like all of Iran is evil, right? They have bad leadership. They have leadership that wants to, kill America. Literally chanting death to America in their parliaments, right? In their government meetings.
Correct. They have Christians there. There's Christians in Iran.
Yes. Not every Iranian wants death to America, right? So we don't want to see an entire civilization destroyed. But if we wanted to, we very, very well could. It would be very easy. It would not literally, like when Trump said that, I don't know how serious necessarily he was. Like we said, it's negotiations, but very, very capable. If you separated all of the branches of service in America, we would have like something about like 6 or 7, no pun intended, of the top 10 size armies in the world. If you just separated all of the branches in America.
Correct. Correct. No, you're absolutely right. And Paisos, it's because we lose every single war. Paisios. Why aren't we winning? Why are we losing? Is because we lose every single war we fought since Vietnam. I'm glad you brought that up because there is a theory, and we're going to play this video, that Trump is actually losing this on purpose. Seems crazy. It seems crazy.
There is some truth to this. What's the matter? We definitely lose if it's conventional, but if it's full out, then we winning. I understand that point. Yeah.
Well, and also, not that we would because nobody's used them yet. By the way, we are going to open up the phone lines for those of you new here to the end here. So make sure you hit that like button because if we get enough people in the chat, we're going to open up the phone lines to get your opinions on the topics that we're talking about today. So make sure to get that algorithm boosted, hit that like, share, and subscribe. But yeah, let me go ahead and find this video then because I'm glad he brought that up and see if this makes any sense to you. It made a little bit of sense to me, but it is very conspiratorial. It's about 2 minutes long.
Let me get my tinfoil hat. Hold on.
Yeah, get your tinfoil hat on. Everybody put your tinfoil hats on. This is some real Alex Jones type of stuff here.
Trump is not an idiot. What if losing the war in Iran is exactly the plan? Let me show you something the media will never tell you. So everyone is saying Trump is destroying
America. AI slop is this?
He is threatening to invade with ground troops. He is pissing off NATO by threatening Greenland. He is picking fights with Canada, Mexico, Denmark, Colombia. JP Morgan says the world will run out of oil by mid-April. The global economy is about to collapse. Trump looks like the worst president in history, a complete buffoon, right? But what if that's the whole point? What if Trump wants to lose the war in Iran? What if he wants the American empire to collapse? What if he wants to destroy the global economy? Then he would be a genius. Let me explain. Right now, the world gets 20% of its oil from the Middle East. Japan gets around 75% from the Middle East. India gets around 60%. China gets around 50%. Europe is also heavily dependent. But here's the thing, oil is not rare. Venezuela has the world's largest oil reserves. Canada has massive reserves. United States has massive reserves. Trump just took over Venezuela in January. He's threatening to take over Canada. You see where this is going. If Trump closes the Strait of Hormuz by fighting Iran, the Middle East oil stops flowing, but North America is still pumping. Suddenly Europe, China, Japan, South Korea, they all would need American oil. And not just oil, fertilizer too. The nitrogen for food production also comes from the Middle East. If that's cut off, where do they turn? There are only two options, North America and Russia. Trump is making the entire world dependent on the resources he controls. Now here is the genius part. Who owns the most US debt? Who's financing America's $39 trillion? It's Japan, China, Taiwan, South Korea, UK, France, Belgium, and Luxembourg. The same countries that need Middle East oil. There's been this fear that these countries would stop buying US Treasury bonds, that they would move to gold or Swiss francs, that America's Ponzi scheme would collapse. But now they need American energy. They need American resources.
Did see some of that.
They're trapped. Trump just turned America's biggest weakness, its debt, into its greatest weapon. By starting an unwinnable war in Iran, he's forcing the entire world to depend on North America. This isn't new. Putin already proved that this strategy works in Ukraine. Russia has been fighting for 5 years. It's a slow grind, but it has restructured Russia's entire economy around war production, drones, ammunitions, and military manufacturing. Russia went from importing Iranian drones to making their own and now exporting them to Iran. Putin's plan was that the world is collapsing anyway, so why not build a fortress, make Russia self-sufficient, control the resources, and weather the storm? America saw this and said, we can do the same. Greenland for rare earth minerals, Canada for oil and resources, Venezuela for oil reserves, Mexico for manufacturing, Panama Canal for trade control. So maybe Trump is not being reckless. He is actually building a self-sufficient North American fortress while the rest of the world burns. So yes, Trump looks like an idiot. Yes, he's losing the war in Iran. Yes, he's destroying the global economy. But if the goal was to end the American empire and rebuild it for Americans, to make the world dependent on US resources while everyone else collapses, then Trump might go down as the greatest American president in history. Maybe the new world order is dead, and maybe we are heading towards a Trump world order.
Trump world order.
I mean, hey, look, if we look back in 2.5 years and he's accomplished some of that, maybe, but it is a little Trump is playing 4D chess type of thinking there, right? Are you a 4D chess kind of guy?
I am when it makes sense. That's okay. That was crazy. Could it be true? I guess it could. Is it true though? I don't know. I don't know, man. It's that would be great. I mean, if this was the 4D chess move, but here's my thing, right? In that article or in that video, Venezuela does have one of the largest oil reserves. That's absolutely true. And we took Venezuela, and now we have our people in there that are friendly towards us. So why is gas every time $4 a freaking gallon?
Yeah, right. It's not like Trump controls the price of gas, right? The president doesn't control the price of gas. There is a market for these things. And just like anybody else, anytime there's bad news that these companies can use to raise prices, why wouldn't you, right? If you are the beneficiary of higher gas prices and you can raise them, why wouldn't you, right?
Right.
So, I mean, they are starting to come down a little bit. Like they hit in my area, they hit like a little bit above 4. They didn't quite get to 410. Now they're hovering around like 390, 380. So we'll see. But I saw a comment here. It's a bad time to be an American. Says who and why? Like,
yeah. Speak for yourself. You could be that, or you could be a underage woman in the UK run into a rape gang. I think I'd rather be an American. Yeah. Keep my guns. I think I'd rather have guns than.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah, for sure. That, but we always get one in there. That's fine.
$7 a gallon. Are you in Alaska
or California?
Or Hawaii?
One of the two.
California is a different story.
he can release the reserves. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because what's going to happen? I mean, I know it's still early in the year, right? We're still only in April, but when it comes to the midterms, when it comes to the 2028 presidential election, the vast majority of Americans, they're not plugged into politics like we are, or Ohio Patriot and some of the good folks in this chat here. All they see is the price of gasoline and the price of their groceries. And they're going to vote based on the cost of those goods. So that's why I'm lost here. I'm like, dude, you are tanking the votes for Republicans in the midterms by having $4 a gallon gasoline. Yeah, it's a bad time to be
if
Iranian.
You think it's a bad time to be an American.
Just wait till we bomb the power plants in Iran. Yeah.
In Pisces, all good, brother. I know where you're coming from. Pisces is a good dude. Definitely not a raging liberal.
Good. Yes. I think I remember him being in the chat before. Yeah.
Yeah. And nope, both married for quite a while. So nope. Miss.
They love
swinging a miss.
They love to call us incels because it's really a reflection of themselves.
Yeah.
369. That's what I paid the other day. That's not too bad. I paid $3.99 today. Couldn't believe it. And I'm in rural Ohio where it's usually always cheap. I can't imagine what they're paying over in the city.
It is strange to me that I'm paying the same gas price as you are, because usually on the East Coast everything's higher.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You guys are a little strange there in Rhode Island. You and your coffee milk.
Yeah, coffee milk.
I'm gonna throw that. We're all me and Joel just love to hound you about the coffee milk.
That's what I'm getting you guys for Christmas this year.
You should get us coffee milk. I don't know if anyone in the chat has had coffee milk. If you have, please let me know, because Alex says it's good. I think it sounds terrible.
Delicious.
But hey,
you ever have a Dunkachino?
Okay, sure. If you're new, if you just started watching, hit that thumbs up. We're going to open up the phone lines to haters and friends alike. We get enough people in the chat, enough people chatting it up. So get that algorithm love going. It's a straight open. Markets will be flooded with oil. But according to that video we just watched, we don't need even the straight to be open. Economy is going great. Guns in 2020. Trump lost through cheating. Yes, sometimes it's not the economy. That's true. But okay. I get there's it's not black and white. Okay, there's a lot of shades of gray when it comes to this stuff. But according to this article, Trump's net approval sinks too low of -19 driven by war and economic concerns.
19.
A record low net approval rating of -19 in his second term as of April 6th.
What does -19 mean?
That's someone in the chat.
It was -19 from where it was? That's believable. If it's 19 total, I don't believe that at all.
No. Yes, it's at -19 from where it was.
Okay.
As of April 6th, the tracker placed Trump lowest since returning to office, down 0.3 points from the previous week and 7 points below where he stood at the same point in his first term in 2017. At the same time, former President Joe Biden's term of approval stood at -7. The Economist's analysis attributed the decline in part to the Iran war, noting that only 28% of Americans support the war while 59% oppose it. We're grappling with economic fallout, $4 a gallon on average. 2 days before the war began, the price was $2.98. I was paying $2.39 a gallon before the war started. Inflation remains a top voter concern with 29%
See,
of vote.
that's the
Go ahead.
weird part. Like I'm saying, you were paying $2.39. Gas was like $3 here.
Really?
Yeah.
But now we're the same.
Yeah, I'm like 10 cents higher than you.
That's crazy.
Oh,
That is
weird.
crazy. Yeah,
See,
it
this is
weird.
why I'm like, listen, if I'm in business, let's say I own a poop scooping company. If something happened where the government put chemtrails over the the state where it makes dogs poop more or makes dogs have deadly poop, it doesn't necessarily cost more for me to go pick that up, but I'm going to use that as an excuse to go to charge my customers more, right? I mean, like, just thinking business here.
You're thinking like
What
a true
can I
entrepreneur.
use?
A true
You know?
capitalist entrepreneur. We need minds like that. We need how are you guys handling this economy? What side jobs have you taken up? What entrepreneurial things are you doing to try and keep up with inflation? Trump's handling of immigration draws strong support, though. Overall sentiment remains a net negative. The data shows The Economist reported that a majority of voters of Trump's March 6 firing of Kristi Noem, the former head of the Department of Homeland Security. Noem had become a central figure in the administration's immigration enforcement efforts in Minnesota, which they should have never stopped. Faced criticism after 2 U.S. citizens were killed in separate incidents because they threw themselves in the line of fire like progressive idiots. Demographic breakdowns reveal sharp divides. According to The Economist, white and male voters above age 45 remain Trump's strongest backers. I am 40, so I guess I'm close to that. Young Americans and ethnic minorities and college grads and post-grads register some of the heaviest disapproval because they can't buy homes, and they still can't buy homes. And they voted for Trump hoping that the economy would become so good that they could buy a home finally. But young people can't buy nothing, man. They hate it. They are really disappointed in the system. And I don't think it's all of Trump's fault, but this war, I don't think is helping.
You basically have to make 150K as a household. So if you're single, you yourself, if not you and your wife, if both of you work, to afford an average house in Rhode Island. It might be a little bit cheaper in other areas. I know I've looked at Jacksonville, North Carolina, where you can get a 4-bedroom decent house for about 250K. So your income probably needs to be more like 100K there. But then, I mean, you move down there and what are you going to make, right? So, yeah, it's tough for these youngins without houses right now.
It is. And I don't blame them. I mean, I didn't get my first house until 5 years ago. And I'm 40, so I was 35 when I was finally able to purchase a home. If you were going to purchase a home, 2020 and 2021 were the years to do it because you got beautiful interest rates.
You're just stuck now and you can't move.
Yeah, you just can't move because the house that you want to move to costs the same because all the prices of the homes went up, but your mortgage would be double. Should you do that? So yeah, I hope you bought the house that you really loved. 34 people watching. Hit that thumbs up button. Share the show. We are going to take callers later on and get your guys' opinion. Alex, get a timer ready because we will time your comments as well. But we are inviting haters and friends and foes alike to jump on and give us your opinions.
Leaving
Bye,
and
ladies.
calling someone a coward. It's usually what people do, right?
Of course. Yeah. This guy, Twisted Soul. I will pray for your twisted soul,
Yes.
sir.
Yeah. Amen.
Speaking of twisted souls, Alex, you know, it's a sad day that the education department even has to do this for these poor souls that I hope come to Jesus. But the transformers took a blow. No pun intended. Education Department rescinds Title IX agreements with gender identity provisions. The U.S. Department of Education's Office for Civil Rights recently rescinded parts of Title IX agreements that previous administration, Joe Biden, reached with 5 school districts and a college, rejecting prior interpretations that had expanded the law to cover discrimination based on gender identity rather than biological sex. According to the press release, the OCR will no longer monitor or enforce the agreements, saying they had been reached through the illegal, heavy-handed manipulation of Title IX. Moving forward, the department says OCR will enforce Title IX in cases involving discrimination on the basis of sex, not gender identity. So if you don't remember, Joe Biden was launching investigations based on misgendering at schools. This is a huge reason why we have men competing with women and men invading women's bathrooms. She touted. So this is good. This is why I will vote. If you put a gun to my head and took me back in time, I will vote for Trump 100 times out of 100 in that election because of stuff like this. She touted the change as demonstrated of Trump administration's commitment to uphold the law, protect our students, and restore common freaking sense. Yes, no longer will the federal government force educational institutions to violate the law or punish them for upholding it. With all the crap going on with the Iran war, we still have the Trump administration fighting gender madness. Alex, is gender madness going to die?
I sure hope so. I mean, the general set. Look, I live in a very liberal place, right? Now, you still get people like my coworkers who are not super involved in politics. Honestly, they probably really don't know much about politics. And the average person there does not care for the gender stuff, right? At all.
Right. Completely
Against it. I mean, some of my coworkers even just like downright, people would call them homophobic, right? Which I think is a badge of honor nowadays. However, they still kind of have the libertarian mindset, you know what I mean? Of like,
sure.
Just do you over there, just leave me out of it and shut up about it, which obviously leads to its own problems. That's not a great ideology to have. We both know that. But I mean, I don't understand. I think it's just white liberal women who are mostly in education, right? I mean, who's the teachers? If you lined up 10 random teachers from your local school, who are you going to have?
That's a great point, my friend. That is a great point.
So that's the last place it'll die.
Is the education is in schools. Yeah.
Which is unfortunate because it's heavily influential on our culture.
Oh, for sure. Kids are super impressionable. And if they like the teacher, if the teachers, and they hide it well, right? Because they won't act as crazy, progressive, liberal to when the parents are around, right? Parent-teacher conferences, they act like normal folks. But when you're not around, we saw what we saw during COVID, right? When the cameras were on and the parents decided to peek in on what these people were teaching and found that, you're teaching gender studies? I thought we needed reading, writing, and arithmetic. And that's why not even half of our students can read in an 8th grade level, Alex. Like, none of our kids can freaking read. It's insane. It's insane. But they can tell you she, sure, G-ger. they all 20, genders.
Yeah. I mean, logically, it never made any sense, right? But, I mean, the amount of people who have just been destroyed in debate on these issues. Show me one debate where someone on that side of the aisle has ever done good. I've never seen it.
Never seen it because it's not, and they rarely do it.
Right.
You don't see these debates happen often because it's so easily destroyed. Not even seasoned debaters like Destiny can come up with good arguments for this crap.
No. Always playing the victim. This is pathetic. At what point are we playing victim?
What victim have we playing here?
We're winning.
Bucket of slaw. It's probably that. It's probably that nasty Midwestern slaw too. Not that good Southern slaw. This bucket of garbage. But we are taking callers. Hey, if you want to come in here and call us pathetic, we are going to let you do that. We're opening up the phone line. So make sure you hit that like button. Keep us in the algorithm, folks. If you're here watching, hit that like button. We are taking callers to get your opinion on these issues. But I'm glad we were talking about gender, Alex, because the proof that God's design for marriage is the correct design. Adults who never married have higher rates of some cancers. It's good for you. But of course, not a prescription to marry. It does not mean getting married prevents cancer or that people need to get married. Yes, it does. That's exactly what it means. But marriage is associated with earlier cancer diagnosis. Married individuals often, but not always, have stronger support systems, greater economic stability. Basically, being married, men who never married, 70% more likely to develop cancer than married men. Women who never married.
If I wasn't married, I would never go to the doctors. Just saying. It just wouldn't happen.
But this all makes sense. Because yes, like you said, you have a greater support system, you have greater economic stability. The benefits of marriage are obvious, and it's obvious why God told us to be fruitful and multiply. The marriage is between one man and one woman. There's benefits to living that way, and society for the longest time told us that was a crummy way to live, and that we're throwing our lives away and we're slaves if we marry.
Female nagging equals longevity. Yeah. Brian, what's that guy? The guy who sold Venmo and is now trying to live forever. Brian something.
Oh, yeah.
One thing, female nagging. That's the key to longevity.
That is the key to good health. So this whole time we've been complaining when our wives nag. In reality, it's keeping us from getting cancer.
I believe it. And listen, the statistics when it comes to marriage, I mean, this is one I haven't heard before, and I would like to look more into it. Look, Jeremiah does his research. He doesn't pull up crap sources. But if you just go down the list of statistics about how much better your life is as a married person, especially as a committed religious person in a marriage, all the stats are in your favor. Literally every single one of them.
Literally every single one. There isn't a stat that is not in your favor. This has been proven time and time again.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you know child marriage still takes place in the South? In Dearborn, Michigan, maybe.
Which is way up north because it's a Muslim population.
Yeah. But not as much as in Dearborn, Michigan. And child marriage is in what?
Tell me,
the
who's
South is
doing
actually
it and where?
Deeply Christian, and Christians have the lowest rate globally and nationally for child marriage. So I don't know where that's coming from.
Think you just is that probably just made that stat up. And it's funny, there's so many topics I want to hit on, but I do want to jump to the phones here soon. So I'm going to rapid fire these last ones, and let's just give a quick blurb about them. The first one is something, again, Alex, we talk about these things and they just keep showing up, but there we go. I'm getting used to the StreamYard thing. So I can't read this article because it's behind a paywall at the Washington Post, but Shadi Hamid is trying to, he's not writing this article. Minorities don't need to show they are like everyone else. I'm tired of proving I belong in America. This is an article against assimilation. And specifically, he's talking about Muslims, that Muslims don't need to come here and assimilate to American culture. And I think that is absolutely ridiculous. And
child marriage.
And these people, and this is Virgil Walker. I had him on my show. He's a great Christian man. Can someone point me to this forward-thinking Islamic state we're supposed to admire and emulate? Check this out.
Melting pot. We do not want to melt into American society and disappear. We want to go into American society.
Well, good. We want you to disappear by leaving our country.
With Islamic and revamp their thinking. We want to revamp them. We want to turn them into Muslim individuals. We shouldn't have feelings of a distaste for them or intolerance because they're potential Muslim. Education is one of the most important areas that Muslims have to address. And while our final objective is not
submission
just
to Allah,
part of the system that we experience now and that we see, our final objective is to create our own Islamic systems, and not only create Islamic systems for Muslims, but to look at all the other people who are sharing this country with us as potential Muslims. And in that long-range process of making America Muslim, all of America Muslim.
All of America Muslim. That's the goal. No, No, get out. I don't
Yeah.
want you here. We don't want to be Muslim.
And
We
look-
don't want to assimilate. Like, get out.
Yeah, exactly. And look, fair play, because I want the world to be Christian. So I understand, and it's consistent and it makes sense. But we show these videos because people like Bucket of Slaw is about to comment and be like, that's just one Muslim. That's not how Muslims think.
Even though that's like the 100th video we've played on this show alone of Muslims saying that exact thing.
Yeah, and that was light, that video.
Yeah.
You should see the other ones Jeremiah's cooked up over here.
Oh, it gets wild. It
Yeah.
gets wild. And if you ask, I dare you, go, if you know any Muslims, go and ask them. They'll tell you. They don't hide it. This isn't something that they hide. They're straight up about it. It's wild.
Muslims are trying to share America with their culture. Muslims live in a faith. It is a tyrannical, disrespectful to the American way of life, and it will never stop until they leave. Agreed.
That's perfectly put, Angel. Perfectly well put. And then you have, and this is what makes me so mad. You have ladies like this, Republicans, who want to give mass. Well, that's a 6-minute clip. We ain't watching that. Wants to give mass amnesty to illegals with the Amnesty Act. Come on. Where is it at? There it is. Okay. You got me pulled up, Alex. Okay. Representative Maria Elvira Salazar. She's getting roasted on X because of this bill. Calling the Dignity Act an amnesty isn't just wrong. It's first of all, this is written by AI because AI does the thing. It's not this. It's this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's a deliberate distortion that exposes just
Buckle
how little
up,
you know about it. Yeah. This is enforcement first. Zero tolerance, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, the Dignity Act is amnesty for millions of illegal immigrants. It opens the borders back up for more people to get in and get in quicker. And she is just being, if you go through these replies, dude, she's being roasted in the comments. But this is why you have to show up to the primaries, folks. If you're a voter watching right now, go and vote these Republican scum out of office and vote for their opponent, because most of them have primary opponents. Go vote for that other person.
Yeah, it's they hide behind empathy with this amnesty thing, right? You hear these arguments all the time of like, we should deport. This is like the so-called reasonable take, right? We should deport the criminals. We should, right? We should deport the criminals and anybody who doesn't want to assimilate, even some people will say. But those who live here and love America and have been here for 10, 20, 30 years, why can't they stay? Well, one reason they can't stay is because it's like letting out people who are doing life in prison for murder or something like that, and they've been good in prison, so let's just let them out, right? I don't know if that's the best analogy, but amnesty will create an incentive, right? Because what's in the mind of the person who wants to come here? Obviously, right now, nobody wants to come here illegally. Very few people come here illegally right now because they know what will happen to them, right?
Right.
So if that's the case, why wouldn't it be the case on the opposite side? If in their mind, well, I just have to come here and stay under the radar for a certain amount of time, and eventually they will make me a citizen. We can't have that.
Nope, absolutely not. Muslims will use democracy to destroy democracy. Yes, that's exactly what they're doing. That's the game plan. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. You got to kill the incentives, right? If you give mass amnesty, that will incentivize way too many people to come right back over that border. And we worked really hard, and this is what we voted for, to close that border and deport people. Yeah, that's exactly. That's a good point. You got to kill the incentives. You got to take away the Medicare that they're getting, these fake voter ID cards that they're getting, going to the emergency room to receive their medical services just to see a doctor.
Have you been to your local emergency room lately?
You were telling me about this at yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bad. We're a sanctuary. Well, the local emergency room for me, the best hospital here is in Providence, which is a sanctuary city. I don't know if Rhode Island's a sanctuary state. I'm not exactly sure how that all works, but I know Providence is a sanctuary city. Our very homosexual mayor of Providence It's like, ice, get out. I don't do a very great gay lisp, but
that was not bad, not bad. Hopefully we don't have to start wondering about you, Alex. All right, Alex, why don't you go ahead and queue up the link? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to let you guys call in. Make sure you hit that like button. Keep us in the algorithm so we can get some you guys calling in. So we're going to let you guys call in. We're going to give you 1 minute to speak your piece, and then we're going to boot you. But you're going to have a full minute to say whatever you want about whatever topic we have just talked about today. And while he's gearing that up, I do have an X-Files story
go
I
ahead
want to share
real
with
quick.
you guys.
What's the matter?
that?
That's not true. But go ahead and pin what I just put, because that's the stream that has the most people on it. Is your vertical
Pin. Okay, let me see here. Pin.
and then
Put
I'll also
user
do
in
it
timeout. How do I do that? How do I pin? Do I just hit that star?
It should say no. You got to do it.
No.
Oh, you got to do it on YouTube. Sorry.
On YouTube. Okay, jeez, you got to make me do some.
And what you
work,
have to do is, if you're on the vertical and you want to pop in, and let's friendly or hater, by the way.
Yes,
you
friendly
gotta
or hater.
type in this link, but that's what we'll do. We'll leave it up on the screen as well. You have to type that into your browser, and it'll pop right up for you.
Which is it? The vertical stream that I need to pin this on?
Yep.
Okay, there's the vertical. Where's the chat? Where? Oh gosh, now I gotta find your chat.
No, it should be right there, right? It's like the second one. Here, I'll put it in again.
Put it in
It's
again.
on your vertical. Your vertical.
Yeah, I'm on my vertical.
Okay.
I think.
I don't think
Pretty
so.
sure. Yeah, Ohio Patriots there. I see it.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's right under that.
So I see these are coming in slow. Ohio Patriots.
Oh, you know what it is?
What?
It's blocked because I'm not a moderator, so I can't put links in your chat. So you got to type the link in.
Okay, shoot me the link in the private chat.
Right. Yeah, I got you.
Shoot me the link in the private
and
chat.
While you do that, Paisios is here. Are we ready for our first guess?
Hold on. I got an X-Files story I want to. Well, actually, we can cover the X-Files story after we take some callers.
Okay.
I do have
how
an
do you want
X-Files
to
story.
present this?
If you stick around to the end, I will. Do we have a? I guess one of us pull up a timer. Like I said, you're gonna have 1 minute. Once that minute's up, we're gonna boot you. But you have 1 minute to speak your piece. Do you have a timer? Or do you want me to find one?
So it's not necessarily interactive. It's you'll come up, you'll have a minute, and then we'll say bye and we'll talk. Me and Jeremiah will talk.
Message.
That's
pinned.
how it's going.
Okay, so it's pinned on mine. Okay. Might as well pin it on. Is anybody watching the horizontal? Should I pin it on the horizontal?
Yeah,
as well?
a few people are over there. Yeah.
All right, let me pin it on the horizontal for you guys.
Marla Bar is over there. That's our Australian friend.
Our Australian friend. Pin message. Okay, it's pinned in.
And now
both.
she left because you did that.
Because I did that, yeah, because I'm a jerk making fake accents. Okay, do you want me to pull up a timer here?
Well, we can do it right. See where it says live 53 minutes. I was kind of just using that.
Well,
right
I'd say we pull up just like
like on the screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oops. Hold on. Okay.
Oh, here. I'll do it because it's easier.
Okay.
Because I can just do it like this. Sorry.
30 seconds would be enough. Well, maybe. I mean, if you're done in 30 seconds, that's what you got a minute though. You know, if you have a lot to say. Well, listen, Ohio Patriot. This is our first time doing this. Okay, if a minute doesn't work out, maybe we'll roll back to 30 seconds. All right. Plus, we need you, Ohio Patriot, on the fact checks. I'm sure if we get some haters up in here that.
So now look,
nonsense.
I got this all hooked up for us.
Beautiful.
Oh, no.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's good enough, right?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, we'll make it prettier next time.
Yeah. This is it's first time. Bear with us. Hit that like button. Subscribe to our channels, folks. Keep us in that algorithm. Call in, friend or foe. We're taking both. We just ask that you don't be vulgar if you are a foe. I'll boot you early if you are just cursing up a storm and just saying some foul stuff. But we want to hear your opinion. We don't care. We're not afraid of your opinions. So.
Yes, sir. All right, Paisios. You are here. We can't see you, but we can hear you, I think.
All right,
Hello,
let's
everybody.
speak
How you
your-
guys doing?
Good, man. Good.
Good.
How
How you
you?
doing, brother?
I'm doing great. Just start me whenever you guys want. I just wanted to say Happy Easter, Western Easter, Happy Blessed Holy Week for our Orthodox viewers and everything like that. But I do just have something to say. Now, I'm a pretty right-leaning guy, but I gotta say this war is a big mistake on Trump's end. Any human life, American life especially, any American life wasted in pursuit of whatever we're doing there. I don't even know. It's just changed like 5 times. Like every time Trump goes out with a statement, it's something new. I don't really understand it, but I'm very much against it. I've been against the war since I was very, very little. But now that I'm a Christian, I'm even more against it. But that's kind of all I wanted to say. And I do agree with a lot of your guys' opinions, but I just think this war is very unnecessary, especially when we were having such a good run during the last like couple months. We were having such a good run. The economy was looking great. We were finally getting rid of these hecking immigrants that were taking over our cities. But now Trump has stopped everything to focus on this war, and it just seems like a waste of time, and I just don't like it. But I pray that you guys have a good day and a blessed Easter. Christ is risen. Have a good one.
Thank you,
Christ
brother.
is King. Appreciate your opinion. Yeah, let me react to that here. I'm not mad at that opinion. I'm not mad at that opinion. There is, and I don't know if Iran falls into this category, but have you heard of just war theory, Alex?
I have heard of just war theory. It's basically self-defense, right?
Sort of.
Okay.
It would fall under self-defense. So in just war theory, and this was built by Christians, right? And they looked through the Bible and they said, if you're going to wage war, this is the proper way to do it, right? And so it has to hit every principle of the just war theory to be considered a just war. So is it a just cause? Is it done by a legitimate authority? Does it have the right intentions? Is it a last resort? Does it have a reasonable hope of success? The expected harm out of the war must not outweigh the potential good. The war must be officially declared. Combatants must distinguish between legitimate military targets and civilians, so discrimination. Proportionality, the force used must be proportional to the objective. Unnecessary suffering or excessive destruction is prohibited. And actions should be restricted to those necessary to achieve military victory, and post-war should aim for lasting and just peace. So it has to, in order for it to be considered a just war, all of that criteria has to be met.
Gotcha. Okay. Do you think that this war meets that criteria?
I don't know, dude. I think it might hit all of them except proportionality, reasonable hope of success. No, I don't think it hits all the things.
Because if you go back to the beginning of the stream, my opinion on it, and you seem to agree, we don't have all the information, right? That was my opinion. I don't know what's going on with this war, but I do firmly believe, and I think everybody should, that we could end this war very quickly with the snap of a finger, right?
Would you be in favor of using nukes?
No, I would not be. But I do want, like, I am tired of these leftists saying, well, Iran's stronger than us. We underestimated them. No, we did not. This is a donkey pull cart nation. That's what this is. That's all they are.
Okay. Well, yes, thank you for calling in. And do we have anybody else in the wings?
We don't have anybody else yet. If you want to join, I'll put it up on the screen again here.
Yes, it is pinned in mine. Both of my streams
mine,
it
yeah.
should be pinned.
And mine too.
So if you want to come in and say your piece on the topics we had discussed today, friend or foe, we are taking both. If you have a negative opinion of anything that we talked about, if you don't like the way we look or dress, you have 1 minute to come on here and share your piece. And we'll let you talk uninterrupted for 1 minute and let us know how you feel I will say Iran had this coming for a long time. Yeah, that's another thing. I will say that this probably should have been done the first time Iran killed Americans. Iran has been killing Americans for decades, and we just kind of let them get away with it. So honestly, this should have been taken care of in the 80s. Reagan probably should have ended Iran. The first thing they did when they got in office was kill all the pro-Americans in Persia, and we had that hostage situation. One of the most famous hostage situations in American history was Iran. So crazy stuff, man. This is what happens when Islam takes over your country. Is there a Muslim country, Alex, that exists in the world that is not third world?
What, Dubai?
Is Dubai Muslim?
Mostly,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yet they still have, I believe, a 30% incest rate.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Well, Pakistan's at like 62%.
Okay.
You have
so
a
Dubai,
62% chance of your parents being first cousins or more directly related.
okay. So I guess yeah. Oh boy.
It's just
Okay.
Dubai has a lot of money. So
True.
they
And
can
it's a
cover that up.
city in the United Arab Emirates. So is
Right.
that country as a whole third world? Well, I guess
I'm
if
not
Dubai's
sure.
not. Yeah. It's a good question. Maybe someone in the chat can get
And I bet you the incest rates are probably lower in Dubai because that stat I remember now is for the Emirates.
okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, folks, if you want to share your piece, give us a call in. We shout out to Paisios for being our first caller. This is something new we're trying. So again, friend or foe, we don't care. We will not interrupt you if you want to come in here and hate on us or give your opinion. Either way, if you're in the middle of the road, even a lot of people, in fact, what I find, Alex, is that most people I talk to, like out in real life, are middle of the road, right? They don't hate Trump. They don't, they're not, crazy liberals. They're right there in the middle, kind of, they're not plugged in. So they're trying to figure out this whole thing by just,
they're worried about what's right in front of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I got to pick my kid up from baseball practice. And, I don't, I can't, stay tuned to what, Tucker Carlson and Tim Pool and all these guys are talking about.
Which honestly, I think that's probably the way it should be. What do you think about that?
What? Not plugged in?
Yeah. We don't want pure democracy, right?
No, we don't want pure democracy. Absolutely not.
So if we don't want pure democracy, why does the average person need to be completely plugged in and know everything that's going on in geopolitics and national politics?
Well, geopolitics, no, but what's going on here, yes, they have to be informed because they can vote. For one, so if you're going to vote, if you're going to be an uninformed voter,
practically,
that's a pet peeve of mine is uninformed voters, just people showing up at the polls and either just voting with their party because that's what they do, or I like Gavin Newsom's hair or whatever, some stupid reason that they show up to the polls and vote for whoever it is.
Because right now we are closer to a pure democracy.
Sure, I'm going to raise property taxes. The children need, to buses. They'll take away the buses if we don't raise the property taxes.
And then how are we going to have single mothers if we don't have public schools and buses?
Exactly, folks. We are taking callers. The link is pinned if you want to call in. While we're waiting for a caller, Alex, might as well go ahead and get this final story out of the way. Just in case. This will be our final story of the evening. And like I said, I promised y'all an X-File, a little bit of conspiracy. Sorry. I was on top of it this time, Alex.
You were.
Mystery surrounds death of ninth scientist tied to U.S. secrets as disturbing patterns grow. America's has now joined the growing list of deaths and disappearances around the U.S. Michael David Hicks, a research scientist at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, passed away on July 30th, 23 at the age of 59, but the cause of death was never made public and no record of an autopsy could be found. Hicks
Does he have a
worked at
family?
JPL from, what's that?
So does he have a family?
Not sure. Someone in the chat, look him up. Does he have a family? He published over 80 scientific papers, was part of multiple teams helping NASA understand the physical properties of comets. Well, there have been no public allegations of foul play. Hicks' case marks the 9th person with ties to America's space or nuclear secrets who has died or mysteriously vanished in recent years, which has set off alarm bells among U.S. national security experts. Moreover, 3 of these scientists had close ties to Hicks. So these aren't random acts. These people are all related in some professional way. All of them worked at the Jet Propulsion Lab in NASA's mission there. Monica Reza, new director of materials processing, vanished without a trace in June 2025, months after beginning her tenure at the NASA lab. 2 other men died recently, including a longtime coworker of Hicks. Frank dies in 24 at 61, with even less public acknowledgement of his untimely passing. Meanwhile, astrophysicist Carl Grillmar, 67, was murdered on the front porch of his home on February 16, 2026. The California Institute of Technology Research's work was heavily supported by NASA's JPL, involved with some major space telescope missions. Here's the link between the missing dead officials. While they're all linked in some way, shape, or form. The Daily Mail has reached out to NASA's alma mater, the University of Arizona, and the scientists, friends, and colleagues for comment on the circumstances surrounding his death. Strangely, a series of online obituaries dedicated to Hicks did not mention any health issues before the 59-year-old's death, which appeared to happen suddenly, roughly 1 year after leaving NASA's JPL. Similar situation unfolded on July 4th, 2024, when a prominent researcher died in Los Angeles from unknown circumstances. Despite this person receiving an award, making outstanding individual contributions in their field, there was no public comments from authorities after the esteemed scientist's death, after only public record of making his passing was a single obituary posted online. As for the other connected scientists, Gilmar had contributed to the discovery of water on a distant planet, with colleagues calling his work ingenious and adding that the research could point to signs of life less than 160 light years from Earth. I doubt it. But yeah, dude, multiple foreign intelligence services, including enemies and allies, have been targeting America's possessing secrets of the nation's technology for decades. Tim Burchett, Tennessee congressman, he's pretty famous. There have been several others throughout the country that have disappeared under suspicious circumstances. I think we ought to be paying attention to it. Burchett was referencing at least 4 other investigations around the U.S. in recent months, including a high-profile disappearance of retired Air Force General William Neal McCaslin and the murder of a respected physicist. What's going on here? What's going on, Alex? Why are all these scientists that are working on jet propulsion dying or going missing?
Yeah, this is the first time I'm hearing about it. This is a lot of information. But I mean, the Daily Mail is not a conspiratorial website for the most part. And I mean, yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Jason Thomas, a pharmaceutical researcher working on cancer treatment, disappeared just last month without a trace. He was on a Massachusetts lake on March 17th after disappearing without a trace 3 months earlier. The numbers seem very high. Yeah, dude, wild stuff. I think put your conspiracy hat on, folks. Someone tell me in the chat why these scientists working for NASA are disappearing.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot of conspiracy theories surrounding NASA. Obviously, space is big. There's a lot to talk about. Aliens are a hot topic. Bob Lazar, who is the #1 viewed podcast on YouTube and I believe on Spotify for Joe Rogan specifically, just did another episode with Joe. So I think it's already at like 6 or 7 million views within a few days. There's a lot of interest with these things, and according to Bob Lazar, they have alien technology, right? I mean, who knows
or they had full access to the Epstein files. One of the.
Well, they had- So who knows? Who knows if this has any connection with maybe they're discovering things about fuel, about technology that we don't want other people knowing, and maybe the conspiracy is the government rather just shut them up than have to worry about other countries getting access to technology. I mean, look, what happened with Venezuela,
Mm,
right?
right.
The sonic boom they were calling it or something like that.
The discombobulator.
Yeah, the discombobulator. But like that's kind of strange. Like we're just oh hey, by the way, you know, I mean we're
we
literally
incapacitated you without firing any shots, and then stole your leader.
Yeah, like imagine like I want that as a home defense weapon, right? Where I just
Right.
make burglars puke and poop their pants.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe Ring will come out with that soon.
Yeah.
My Ring camera will discombobulate you if you try to break into my house. We got a super chat from your boy. Why don't you go ahead and read it?
Oh, really? Rather die for jet propulsion than for BB. Oh man, thank you for the $5.
Yeah,
that was worth the $5. That was good.
Appreciate y'all supporting.
Me too.
Yeah, I'd rather just not die. But yeah, no, it is that's actually what you said is actually pretty plausible, right? Like that they held on to some pretty important weapon secrets, and maybe they got compromised and they had to go. Yeah. And because that's how big government works, man. So I mean, unfortunately, that's just the CIA, FBI. There's stuff like when you watch the shows like the X-Files, like there's bits of truth in the way they tell these stories.
And it's not just government. I mean, if you listen to any rap song, no face, no case, right? No witnesses, and you don't have to worry about getting caught up in court. Like this is how people think when there's organized, if you want to call it crime, but just organizations in general who are willing to go above and beyond to keep their organizations from being compromised, do these things. So it wouldn't be beyond the realm of possibility.
For sure. That is all I have for us today. Do I have even a funny video to take us out on? Yeah, I got one funny video to take us out on here today.
All right, let's do it.
Have you ever boxed an animal, Alex?
My dog playfully.
Your dog playfully. Okay. Well, is she still in the chat? Our Marla Bar, is our Australian friend still around? Because if she is, I think she will appreciate this final one here.
Yeah, he's fucking pissed. He won't let me go in there. Angry he is.
Like, look at man, he's ready to throw hands.
What did I do to you? I asked you to go.
The only kangaroo.
Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
I would not be that close with the angry kangaroo.
He's like, step in here, I dare you. Step in here, I dare you. Come on in.
Oh, man. Come on. It says we box kangaroos all day. This is a normal day in Australia. That's actually Marla in the video.
That is all I got. It's funny that I don't believe it's going to be life. What we think is the scariest thing we can discover in space. I know people who don't believe in space. They don't think space is actually real. So
birds aren't either.
Yeah, birds. And all the frogs are gay. That's all I got, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Kindly hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to our channels if you haven't already, and share our show. We're here every Thursday at 9:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will probably try to continue the call-ins. So if you want to give your opinion, get them ready for next week. I think that was a good shout out to Paisios. Just don't kill me with the kangaroo doesn't speak English. Good point. Good point. Good point. Alex, what do you got going on? What do you got to promote, buddy?
Nothing, because I signed that NDA. So.
Nothing. You can't say nothing. Go to my channel, folks. I do have a video out. What did I just do a video on, Alex? Matt Walsh. Yeah. So Matt Walsh, a couple years back was at a hearing on Tennessee on gender stuff. I resurfaced the clip and kind of took the biblical lens at what Matt Walsh was going at these Tennessee legislators on about gender surgery and trying to end it. Tennessee was the state that took it all the way to the Supreme Court and won, banning gender surgery for minors. So walked scripturally through that case. And so check that out as well on my channel.
Amen. Absolutely. Go check out Jeremiah if you're over on my stream. He does great videos.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate all of you watching. We'll see you next week. God bless y'all.
Later. God bless.